Shalom, shalom from the Mount of Olives. We were just in another location teaching some of the words of Christ where he was talking about the end time judgment. And we picked that story back up in Matthew 24, beginning in verse number 32, where Jesus uses a parable to teach them about the time of his return. And so could you go ahead and read those verses for us, starting in verse number 32 and going down to verse number 36.
Sure. Scripture says, "Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass, till all things be fulfilled." Till all these things be fulfilled, rather. "Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only." Brother Jim, this particular topic here of the times and the seasons and this end arrival of Jesus Christ is obviously a very controversial thing, and there's much debate on it. Can you help maybe lay this thing out or straighten it out according to what Scripture has for us?
Sure, yeah, there is a lot of confusion. And the confusion would go away if we could understand who Jesus is talking to. First of all, I wanted to be very clear, this is not talking to the church. Yes, we can learn from this, but this is a specific passage of Scripture for the nation of Israel. And he's talking to Israel, referring to them as a fig tree. We had talked about that in another lesson. And notice what it says here. "Now learn a parable of a fig tree." Christ was using parables to teach the nation of Israel about an actual event that was going to happen. And what does it say here? Notice, or learn a parable of a fig tree. Israel is that fig tree. It says here, "When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, you know that summer is nigh." We're talking about the end of this tribulation period, the end of the 70th week of Daniel. There is a generation of Jewish people here in the land of Israel that are going through this terrible time, and they're compared to the fig tree. And so in verse number 33 says, or verse 32, it says, "When this branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, you know that summer is nigh." Israel's in the land. Israel has the 144,000 witnesses there, and they're going out preaching the gospel of the kingdom. That branch there is tender, or the branch there is tender. It's putting forth leaves, or it's supplying the truth to the nations here, and it's telling them that, hey, this time of the kingdom is at hand. It's near. Summer is nigh. Verse 33, it says, "So likewise, when you see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors." You remember our kingdom of heaven teachings earlier in Matthew 3 and 4. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. This kingdom is near, even at the door. It says, verse 34, he says, "Verily I say unto you that this generation," not ours, not any preceding generations, but that generation that is alive during the 70th week of Daniel. If you put that before the tribulation period, you're going to have date setters all over the place like we have had. And they've all been wrong, every one of them, including the ones that are still setting dates. They cannot know the time because the church is going to be gone. This is not a message for the church, but it's a message for Israel. That generation that's alive in the tribulation period, they will see all these things coming to pass, and they know that their kingdom is counting down. It's almost here. It's at hand. And literally, they'll have 7 years until that kingdom gets set up, when the 70th week of Daniel is being fulfilled. And notice what it says, "Heaven and earth shall be passed away." Or it says, "This generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled." It has nothing to do with Israel becoming a nation in 1948. I know that's a pet peeve for a lot of people there, but the church is gone. Israel's been a nation now for, 70 some years. All those prophecies have been wrong. And they weren't prophecies, they were false prophecies, if you will. All of those have been wrong because they don't understand who and when this portion of Scripture is talking to. And notice what it says, verse 35. 34 says, "That generation that's in the tribulation, they won't pass away. They'll see all the signs fulfilled." And then it says, "Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. No man knoweth the hour." some people have said, well, you can know the day or the week or the month. You can't know that. But Israel is going to see all these things happening, and they're going to know that their kingdom is coming. Summer is nigh, and they'll be able to enter into that kingdom if they just endure unto the end, which won't be much longer when they see those things. So it has nothing to do with the church. It has everything to do with the nation of Israel and that generation that's in the tribulation period. No pictures here of any signs that lead up to the tribulation period. None whatsoever. It's just all Israel in the tribulation period, getting ready to go into their kingdom.